Greetings to you all, wonderful Riverhawks out there. It is I, Ann from RioTV. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Really quickly, I'm going to take a moment to thank you all for checking in with RioTV even when we're not at school, because it really makes our team happy and motivated to do our best. Anyways, with that out of the way, I'm sure you already know circumstances have changed once again during this crazy school year. But don't worry, RioTV will start pushing out segment-filled Fridays starting today, so you can always have something to look forward to and enjoy at the end of each week, in addition to our new podcast. What podcast, you say? Let's find out more through our amazing promo.
Have you been bored these last few days? Maybe you're looking for some kind of new podcast to keep yourself entertained with. Maybe it's a collection of your fellow classmates talking about topics that more or less pertain to school. Well, I'm glad you want that very specific thing, because we have that very specific thing, and it's called the Riverhawk Talk. Yeah, even when school isn't going, we keep going here at RioTV, and this time we have made a podcast. So, if you want to spend 15 to 20 minutes with your fellow classmates talking about which fried chicken location is superior, you can find all of that on riotv.org, or you can go to our YouTube channel and find it there as well. Upload schedules on the podcast are going to be fairly consistent. It's every Monday and Wednesday, and on Fridays we'll be uploading a special segment-only show. Now, at the moment, the podcast is a little bare bones, but eventually we plan on bringing other students in outside of RioTV. We're going to get a proper animated background. We got plans, it's going to be good. That's the whole commercial. I don't know what you're sticking around for. Go watch the podcast. 2 episodes are already up. Go.
This week, we will be starting a technology tips series teaching students, teachers, and families at home how to use certain features and technology. I wonder what we're learning today. Hey everyone, my name is Ann, and since we're moving into a digital distance learning circumstance, here on RioTV, we will be showing you some technology tips. Because when it comes to technology, we're all on different paces, and let's be honest, we all need some help from time to time. For today's tip, I will be teaching you how to upload a video from your phone or computer into Google Classroom. So, first of all, before you upload a video, you kind of need a video. So, let's say your teacher wants you to record yourself doing homework. The best device to use is a phone. You should already have a built-in camera app on the phone you're using, so you could use that to take your video. After that, it should be stored in your photo gallery. Then, you download the Google Classroom app if you haven't already, sign in, then go to the classroom that has the assignment you need. There should be an option that says Your Work. Click on that, then Add Attachment. It should give you a list of options. You click on the photo option, even though it's not a photo, but it will take you to your gallery. You click on Videos, select the video you need, and then after it's done loading, if you did it right, it should appear in Your Work. Then you just click Submit, and it's just as easy as that. So moving on to how to upload a video from your computer. Let's just assume that the video you need is on your computer, downloaded, and ready to go. In that case, you go sign into your Google Hart District account like you usually would, then go on the Google Apps, or the waffle as some people call it. Then you click on Google Classroom, go to the classroom where your assignment is, and then in Your Work, you click Add or Create. Since the video is on your computer, you just go to File, and then just drag or click on the file you need. Once everything is downloaded, you just click Turn In, and your work is there. So that's about it when it comes to uploading videos from your phone or computer. Hope you found this helpful, and if you know an even easier way or a different way to upload videos from your phone or computer, feel free to let us know. And stay tuned till our next episode of Technology Tips here on RioTV. Did you know that March is Women's History Month? In honor of that, let's learn about Anne. Oh no, not me. I'm flattered, you guys. I'm talking about the famous Anne Frank.
The story of Anne Frank. Anne Frank was born in the German city of Frankfurt in 1929. This was around the time that Adolf Hitler was gaining more and more supporters. Hitler hated the Jews and blamed them for all the problems in their country. And Anne and her family were Jewish. All the hatred going on in Frankfurt made Anne and her family decide to move to Amsterdam. There, Anne's father Otto founded a company that made jam. When Anne was 10 years old in the year 1939, the Nazis began the Second World War. They invaded the Netherlands, and the Dutch living there surrendered. Slowly, the Nazis made life more and more difficult for Anne and her family. In the year 1942, rumors started to spread about labor camps and Jewish persecution, so Anne and her family finally decided to go into hiding. Just before they went into hiding in a place called the Secret Annex, Anne received a diary for her birthday. Often in the annex, it was cramped and she was scared. She wrote all her feelings down in the diary, which she'd call Kitty. Writing helped her pass the time. 2 years after going into hiding, Anne and everyone else living in the annex were discovered and arrested by police officers. We still don't know the reason for the police raid. Anne and her family were sent to a concentration camp, where her sister, and her mother were sent to a labor camp for women, while Otto was sent to one for men. Shortly after, Anne and her sister were sent to a different camp. It was exhausting work, and they soon both contracted a disease called typhus. In 1945, they both died due to its effects. Her sister first, and then Anne shortly after. Otto, the father, was the only one in the family who survived the war. He found Anne's diary and was moved by what was inside. He decided to publish it as Anne had wanted, and it became a world-famous diary. Anne Frank's diary describes the horrible condition that Jews lived through in the Second and First World Wars. Her diary proves to us that discrimination of people is wrong, no matter what their skin looks like, their gender, or what they believe in.
Speaking of amazing women, I'm sure you've heard of Amelia Earhart. If you don't, let's take some time to get to know her better.
Amelia Mary Earhart was born July 24, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas. Her father was a railroad lawyer and her mother came from an affluent family. Even at a young age, Earhart showed an urge for adventure. She left her junior college in 1918 to become a nurse's aide in Toronto. 2 years later, her parents persuaded her to live with them, and there is where she went on her first flight. This motivated her to apply for lessons in aviation. In 1921, she bought a type of plane called a Kirsten Airster, and 2 years later she got her pilot's license. Promoters longed for a female to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, and Earhart was selected for the job in April of 1928. On June 17th, Amelia Earhart was Charles Lindbergh's passenger to the flight. 3 years later, the two got married. In 1932, she crossed the Atlantic alone in 14 hours and 56 minutes, but she acquired many mechanical problems and stormy weather during the flight. Later that year, she published her book, The Fun of It, which is about her life and her love for aviation. In June of 1937, Earhart set out for her final trip. She was going to fly around the world with Fred Noonan as her navigator. On June 29th, Earhart and Noonan took a refueling stop in Lae, New Guinea. On July 2nd, they headed out to Howland Island. Earhart contacted the radio tower saying they were running low on fuel. After July 2nd, 1937, no one heard from Amelia Earhart again. Today we remember Amelia Earhart as a huge role model for women of all ages. We honor her by visiting her birth home, visiting her statue, and going to see her exhibit in the Portal of Folding Wings Shrine to Aviation. Every year on July 24th, we honor her as a national hero.
Well, that's all the segments we have here today. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to keep an eye out for our next Segment Filled Friday. See you next time.